ఇలా ఒకరిని ఇలా కూర్చోబెడితే ఎలా ఉందంటే బలి చేసినట్టుగా ఉంది నన్ను. బట్ దట్స్ ఓకే. ఐఎమ్ రెడీ టు గో త్రూ ద ప్రాసెస్. ఓకే.
హలో సార్, నా పేరు హాసిని, ఐఎమ్ అ క్రికెటర్. సో ఇవాళ నేను మిమ్మల్ని ఏం అడుగుదాం అనుకుంటున్నాను.
వాట్ డు యు ప్లే? క్రికెటర్
సార్. ఐ ప్లే ఫర్ yes సార్. చాలా పొలిటికల్ లీడర్స్ జనాలకి చాలా ప్రామిసెస్ చేస్తారు. ఒకవేళ ఆ ప్రామిసెస్ ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేయకపోతే మేము యాజ్ సిటిజన్స్ వాళ్ళని అకౌంటబుల్ హోల్డ్ చేయడానికి ఏదైనా లీగల్ సిస్టమ్ ఉంటే ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటారు?
Have you voted till today?
Yes sir, I did.
Okay, you are from Telangana or you are from?
Yes sir, I am from Hyderabad.
Okay. What do you prefer? నేను చెప్పడం కంటే you tell me, okay, if political leaders don't fulfill their promise, what should be done?
Sir, I think we should be able to question them. Like మీరు అంటే వాళ్ళు ప్రామిస్ చేసి we owed them because on their promises, right? And maybe they should be held accountable because దాని మీద మేము ఓట్స్ వేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి సో అవి ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేయగలగాలి కదా.
When someone is saying promising something, to give me an example, what exactly they, for just to explore the thought.
Maybe they promise for clean roads, like chala roads ఉన్నాయి. Even in Hyderabad we see lot of roads. Chala when it rains, like we have lot of problem due to traffic and all. Maybe they promise on good roads and all this. Kani when it rains we see lot of problems. Oka 1 hour traffic undipotadi ante.
So when I look at it this way, when someone promises me something, I should have enough knowledge or adequate understanding whether to what extent they could be fulfilled. నిజంగా ఇంటెన్షన్ కరెక్ట్ ఉందా లేదా? ఈవెన్ సమ్టైమ్స్ ఇంటెంట్ ఈస్ గ్రేట్. వెన్ యూ కమ్ టు ప్రాక్టికల్ సిచ్యువేషన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇట్స్ బిట్ డిఫికల్ట్ టు ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఇంప్లిమెంట్, టు టేక్ ఇట్ ఫార్వర్డ్ 100%. దట్స్ వై ఇఫ్ యూ నోటీస్డ్, ఐ డోంట్ ప్రామిస్ మచ్. I only tell them, let's be a part, let's do struggle. But there are certain things which I understand being in politics. It's not that I have promised a lot. I have promised that I'll struggle and I'll take it forward, which I am doing. I can't speak for others, but from your point of view, from whatever you've been asking, you have to understand to what extent వీళ్ళు ఏ స్థాయికి ఈ మాట ప్రామిస్ చేస్తే నిలబెట్టుకోగలరు. సాధ్యపడద్దా, సాధ్యాలు, పాసిబిలిటీ, వాట్ ఆర్ ద పాసిబిలిటీస్, ఇవన్నీ చూసుకున్న తర్వాత ఐ థింక్ యూ షుడ్ జడ్జ్ దెమ్. బట్ సమ్టైమ్స్ దెర్ ఆర్ సర్టన్ గ్రేట్ లీడర్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ విచ్ దేర్ ఇంటెన్షన్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ ప్యూర్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లోక్పాల్ బిల్, ద ఇంటెన్షన్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ గ్రేట్ when they have started it. Somewhere in the process each one of them dilutes in a different way. The true intention started. So there are so many factors which would pull and push, and sometimes it dilute. Sometimes greatest intentions are there in letter and spirit antam kada. Maybe I feel in word and deed. That's why I think what you have asked is a very pertinent question. I think leaders should be aware when next time when they have given something, when they promise you something, which I feel if I am in your place, this is what I would see. I want the leader to say this to me. If someone promises you something, I want them to give a way out. Okay, how I'm going to achieve it? If I'm promising you something, this is the way forward, this is how I'm going to implement it, these are the practical path to it. I think once people, individuals like you, if they become more in number, if they become, what do you call it, a critical point, I think that's where I think even leaders will be consider it and they'll take it forward. I think they'll take it seriously. But bringing them into a legal accountability, I don't think that would be possible. But the only thing, you can make them accountable only when they come for the next time. If they don't fulfill the way you have voted, don't vote for them. That's the only way. But making them accountable in other ways, I don't think it is, especially in electoral promises, I don't know to what extent it is possible. That's what I feel.
ఇట్లాంటి టౌన్ హాల్స్ పెట్టి questioning them, how will it be, sir?
It should be nice, it will be nice, no? But people, leaders will shy away, no? Possibility unnadi. Because నేను విల్ఫుల్గా వచ్చి మిమ్మల్ని మీ చేత అడిగిపించుకోవడానికి వచ్చాను. You can question me. But do you think everyone has the same approach? Maybe very few people must be there. But nevertheless, you should make it as a movement. When you promise something, maybe you think, I understand the current social media or whatever the possibilities, social media is a very powerful tool. I think that's how, see, the way I have to appreciate you is, instead of sitting in in your comfort of your four walls, instead of asking from, typing a question, today you have, you have come here, you came forward and you took the effort to come here and ask this question. I think that itself is a great change. I think if more number of people like you, if they change, if they become critical mass, I think definitely there will be a change. And me being in politics, I understand your concern, I understand your anguish when you say, what if they don't fulfill the promise they have made? I think that's a question to be raised, that's a question to be answered, and depending on their answers, I think you can form your own opinions and you can take your decision. That's what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Here today, so we have got this thing like Chat GPT. So sir, we want you to be the Pawan GPT for today for the Gen Z. So they are going to ask you questions.
You tell me what is a Chat GPT, educate me on that.
So Chat GPT is like an AI tool, sir. So this AI tool answers us questions from diverse subjects.
Yeah.
So from different topics and all that, whatever it is, it knows at
So
least.
how Chat GPT, does it think on its own, or it takes the feedback from everybody and gives it, assimilates and gives the answer?
No, it is trained, sir. In a way, it gets its resources from all the web things.
Then better you train me, then I'll give an answer.
Yes, sir. It's a generative pre-trained transformer, sir. So we know you are a transformer already,
Right.
and I hope you take our queries and answer them in your key framework.
Sure. I'll absorb and I'll see what I can do.
Sure,
Yeah.
sir.
Hello sir, my name is Shruti. I am a national volleyball player. My question here today is, sir, politics is all about helping people and serving people, right? But a lot of leaders focus more on winning and celebrating rather than focusing on long-term national problems. Why is it so?
The priority is more about winning.
Winning politics.
Once they win, again the priority is about winning next election, but not about addressing issues.
Yes.
From a distance, it might appear like that, but there are cases, and maybe there is a stipulated time in our political timeline. Situations are there is no doubt about it, but we have to understand, nevertheless, something is being done, but not what she said as they promised, but definitely something is being done. It is completely not that everyone is ignoring, but sometimes handful of leaders, they cannot do, unless the majority people, if they don't engage in the concept of democracy. You yourself are a strong voice. You have to believe in yourself. Imagine like you people, individuals like you, if they come more in number, and I think that really leaves an impact. But political leaders tend to, I don't put myself in that bracket, but the process itself is, I think they had done so much, in every way possible.